Mangan, great seeing you, man. It's been a while. How you been holding up, and how were the holidays?
They've been busy. It's been good. The holidays for us are generally focusing heavily on the festival, but it's been great. Yep.
Yeah, you just mentioned the word festival. You got a festival coming up, man. What is it called, and when is it happening?
So Wintersong Music Festival is happening in Stouffville on January 20th and 21st. It's our fourth time doing the festival. We got over 110 bands and performances, 17 different venues, free party bus, Yeti's silent disco in the library, a bunch of really fun elements, and some great bands playing.
How did you come up with this great winter element in celebrating music?
Well, you and I first met back in 2017 during the Guinness World Record concert that we did
Yeah.
in Stouffville, which we broke the world record. So we have the record for the longest concert of all time. It was 18 days long, nonstop, no more than 5 minutes between bands. And there was such an incredible energy around that. And the community came together. It meant a lot to the community. It meant a lot to the businesses. It meant a lot to the musicians. And so we tried to figure out a way to kind of recapture a bit of that energy every year without having to do an 18-day long concert. And so Winter Song is essentially the celebration of that community and the musicians and then the scene around here. And in turn, it also helps generate some money for the businesses and restaurants and slowest time of the year. So it's really an
Yeah.
all around great thing for everybody.
People don't realize that in entertainment world, it is January is the slowest, and it's because everybody's already put their music out, everybody's had their celebrations, everybody's thrown their money out there, and
Yeah.
then it's like, oh geez, let me just settle down. But this is a great way to bring people out. Now I'm curious, are some of the venues inside, outside? How's that working?
They're all indoors this year. A couple years ago, we had a big outdoor stage, and the biggest blizzard we had in 10 years came. And so we ended up pulling down that stage. We had a whole outdoor thing set up, and we're like, yeah, we're not doing that again. So no, we moved it all indoors, which is good. I mean, in turn, again, now it helps the businesses more. We've got coffee shops, we've got theaters, we've got restaurants, we've got country clubs, there's everything. There's bands everywhere. Some retail locations, the library, an art gallery, and such a myriad of different performances and genres and vibes as well. So it's good. It's nice. And these two shuttle buses they're karaoke psychedelic shuttle buses are completely free, and they travel around the entire festival the duration of the 2 days, picking people up, dropping them off. The entire festival's free. The whole idea is just to bring people together and make it accessible for everyone.
Yeah, I shouldn't be laughing. It took me four and a half hours to shovel my driveway that storm. So it's like
Yeah.
never again. The
Yeah.
bands, are they all Canadian? Are they international? How's that work?
They're actually all Canadian. It's just kind of been that way. Yeah. I know Dan Mangan and Stars are two highly credible Canadian artists, and then they're headlining the event. Men Without Hats, who I didn't realize was Canadian until a couple of years ago, was they're
Are
also
you
headlining.
serious?
Yeah, for some reason I thought they were British. I don't know. But I know they're from Montreal. Now they're out in Vancouver, but we're flying them in for the festival, and that's going to be the safety dance, middle of January. That
Yep.
sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up on them, man. And great band. It's funny, a lot of people do think that they're either European or somewhere else. Nobody really puts them in as you said, Montreal, is because
Yeah.
that's why even back then they were so groundbreaking. And that video, it looks
I think that,
European, not so much Canadian.
that's it. I was just gonna say that almost Lord of the Ringsy kind of vibe or Middle Earth, or I don't know. It definitely doesn't feel like that's Montreal, but I mean,
Yeah, no, but you were right in what you said though. That great band. Sounds like they're all great bands. You kind of mentioned this already, but I want to go through it again though. You said this is really helping not just the bands because we're losing so many venues, but also because it's helping the economy too as well.
big time. Yeah, I mean, this is the worst part of the year for retail and restaurant sector, and it was kind of an accident that we stumbled upon. You know how beneficial this was. I mean, really, our focus was community and music, and once we realized the benefits to the restaurants, coffee shops, and theaters, and bringing the community back out, and mental health too. I mean, it's we realized that we had something pretty special here, and because of that, it's continued to grow every single year. Other towns nearby have modeled events similar to us to try to capture that same energy, and that's how it should be. I mean, we want this to spread out, and we want to continue to do it and grow it. And if everyone's benefiting from it, then it's a win.
Exactly. So when is this running? When is it happening?
So January 20th and 21st in Stouffville, Ontario. Just come to town. You can go to wintersong.ca to find out schedule information and event information, kind of build your itinerary from there. And then, yeah, it's all free. I mean, right now, Dan Mangan, Stars, Men Without Hats are all sold out. I mean, not sold out because they're free, but there are tickets that you have to get because there's limited space. But we do have another batch coming out on Monday, this coming Monday. You got to go to wintersong.ca, sign up for the mailing list, and you'll be the first to find out about it before it goes public. If it even does go public, it may all be absorbed by the mailing list. So that's our last batch, and then that's it. But aside from that, like I said, there's 110 other bands, there's 17 other venues or 15 other venues, 2 buses. There's a lot of silent Yeti's silent disco at the library is going to be a lot of fun, and there's a beautiful art gallery happening in that Latcham Art Gallery.
Let's go back to that because I don't think a lot of people know what a silent disco is. I know what it is. You know what it is. Let's explain it because it's a cool experience.
Absolutely. So my first time doing it was at Bonnaroo Music Festival. It's absolutely silent. You come in, you put headphones on. There's no speakers. If you're to the person watching the event, you just hear the grunts and pitter patters of feet while they dance, but there's absolutely no sound. And so you come in, and the idea of doing it in a library to me was pretty hilarious. So you come to the library, you put your headphones on. There's a full disco going on in the library. So there's 2 sessions of that, 2 till 3 and 4 till 5, happening on Saturday, January 21st. That'll be a fun thing to check out. And that's in the same building as the gallery as well, where we have a youth stage happening in the workshop. We have some pretty experimental, cool, vibey music called it's a sound journey programming happening in the gallery. And then you can catch the bus from there, do some karaoke, and land at some other venue and catch another band. There's so much great music. Yeah.
And folks should realize too, hotels are all opened up. Stay there for the whole time. It sounds like it's going to be a great experience. One quick question: any chance you may have a summer version? Any in plans in the future?
We do, yeah. We've been talking about it at great length. We're maybe not this summer. I mean, it's probably next summer. It's been pushed off a couple of years, but we will be doing a summer song event eventually. Once we make sure we can do it to the capacity we want to do it. We don't like to do things kind of half. We want to go all the way. So.
Oh, come on. You guys are breaking world records. There's no way you could do it any halvesies.
We can't
like,
just
come
do
on.
a concert in the park. There's got to be something magical about it. So, but no, we have this. The outdoor one would, again, I mean, it's kind of become part of our mandate now to help the restaurants. A lot of programming in towns takes place in the park, brings in outside vendors, brings in revenue, and it kind of sends revenue out of town. We want to really generate revenue for the restaurants and retail spaces in town. And the struggling Main Street, every little town's got a struggling Main Street with little mom and pop shops that need help. So events like this really drive people into those places and create new customers for people. So
I love this.
Makes the same.
World records being broken. Canadian bands are being highlighted. People are being brought together after COVID, helping the community. Like, I can just keep going and going and going, and all the pluses, no negatives on this. Yeah. Look, man, congratulations on giving back in this great way. So glad you and I got a chance to talk again, especially with something like this too. And looking forward to everything else you're doing in the future, man. Congrats on this.
Thanks so much. Thanks for taking the time to chat about it.